delicious.
Johnny Murray here, and welcome to a brand new video. No, this is not Gamer Unite. This is not a gaming video. I mean, it's kind of gaming, but it's not any kind of Let's Play. I'm here joined with Austin, and
Hey, what's up?
Today was a very special day for not just gamers, but the industry as a whole, as the 2021 Game Award nominees have been revealed.
Oh my goodness.
Gosh.
We were in school for this, and I kept telling John to wait.
I couldn't.
But he's not a soldier. He couldn't do it.
I couldn't, dude. I couldn't do it.
Since he gave up, I gave up, and we
already know him, but we're gonna go through every category, talk about what we think of the picks, if they are well deserved or not, and which one we think should win. And obviously, probably I have a feeling for some of them, Austin and I will probably have different votes for who we think should win.
Oh yeah.
So he has his own screen pulled up. I obviously have my own screen, as you can see on the stream. We are both going to be voting. So yeah, let's get into this.
Yeah.
2021 game. Okay.
And also, I wanted to mention, just to those that are watching, this is just our opinion, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Like, you guys can think whatever you want. This is just what we think. Like, we're not fully right. Like, this is just based off.
We're not right at all. We're just
like,
it's just straight up our opinion.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, someone could think Balan Wonderland wins game of the year, and you know what?
How many times am I gonna have to hear Balan Wonderland?
Look, if that's your game of the year, Ben, that's your game of the year. But
no, that's wrong.
That's
wrong.
I'm
There's
sorry,
no
but
exception.
You're wrong.
You're actually just wrong.
Oh my god. All right,
let's get to the categories.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna go to the Be Right Back screen real quick, just because when we click start voting, it jumps straight to the game of the year, and I don't want you guys seeing any spoilers. So let's get this going. Alrighty, we are here. Austin's taking a chunk of what is that? What was that? Ladies and gentlemen, the first category we are going to be starting off with here is most anticipated game. Now, I will go ahead and say this right now. I think in terms of were the picks well deserved, I think this is as close to perfect as a category can get. Because, in my opinion, these are the top 5 most hyped games right now.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
truthfully, like, I don't... The only one I could see else being in there is Pokemon Arceus. But even then...
Yeah, but even that, I don't even think it's as... Because, for sure, when I look at all of these, I'm like, God of War. I mean, one of the most popular PlayStation exclusives. Elden Ring. I mean, come on now. Like, Souls game? Or just related to that?
Yeah.
Of course it's going to be up there.
Yep.
Breath of the Wild sequel. You know how good the first one was. And then Starfield. Like, the only one I don't know is Horizon Forbidden West, but I've heard about it.
Yeah.
Isn't there like
that one's the only one that's kind of questionable, but even then, like, it is 100% well deserved. For me, it's in my top 10 most hype. Yeah. So I mean, it's completely well deserved. The only thing I don't know what else could replace it though. That's the thing. Like Legends Arceus is really, really exciting. I just don't know But either way, all 5 of these options are fantastic. Kudos to the Game Awards for getting these right. And I'll tell you right now, it's between 2 for me. It's between 2.
Yeah.
And
Are we like voting on this?
Yes.
Based off of like what we think everyone else is, or just us?
Our opinion. This is who.
Okay.
This is our opinion completely.
Yeah. Okay. Because I didn't know if we were gonna be doing it like.
Like, just wait till later.
Are we voting for which game is the most, like, based off what everybody else thinks?
No. This is completely your opinion. That being said, I know what Austin's gonna pick here, but
I don't know what you talk about.
No, but like, there's two categories where there was some games nominated where I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be the only one that votes for him. But anyway, for most anticipated game. It's between two, and I'll let you know, it's none of the middle three. It's the two on the outside. And Elden Ring, of course, has been such a long wait. It's from one of the most talented studios in gaming history. But then you also have Starfield, which is also from a studio that is one of the most talented studios in history. And in terms of the game, the scope of a game, how much potential I personally see a game having, I don't think there's any competition here. I think it has to be Starfield. And from what we already know about Starfield, it's Bethesda's biggest game ever. From what we know, it seems like the map is going to be the biggest game ever. I'm sure the gameplay is going to be phenomenal. I'm sure the story is going to be insane. I just don't personally think anything even comes close to Starfield. It's Bethesda's first original IP in like 20 years. They've been working on this game for like 7 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know if anything can beat it personally.
I think it's like, I feel like it's hard not to be hyped for the game. Because it's like Xbox, it seems like every single time they always want you to know about it.
Yeah.
Like there's always things that they're saying, and I mean, yeah, it's Bethesda. Like literally, they're a goated studio.
Yeah.
They're really good. And it's hard, like, you hear these things about the game, especially how every planet is bigger than the Skyrim map. Yeah. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yup.
Like, that's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
But I don't know. I have a lot of questions. And I'm gonna go ahead and do my pick. Of course, I haven't played any of these. Like, I haven't played any game relating to any of these except for one, and I wonder what that could be. I wonder, guys. Balin's Wonderland.
Oh
no, God. My vote's going to this The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel.
Yep. Completely
Which
expected.
I mean was obvious.
It's like, also well deserved. I mean, it really is.
It is, yeah. I mean, right now, I would have to say I'm pretty sure it's one of the I think it's like the 4th most popular Nintendo Switch game. Like the first one.
Breath of the Wild, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like number 4.
Yeah, number 1 is
Mario Kart.
No, I think it's Animal Crossing.
Is it? No, I looked recently. I think Mario Kart.
Is it Mario Kart?
1.
It might be Mario. It's Mario Kart, Animal Crossing, and Smash are in the top
Animal
3.
Crossing is 2.
Yeah.
And then Smash.
And then Smash, and then Breath of the Wild.
Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But no, this category is great, and honestly, this will be one of the most exciting categories because there's really no competition. It's just exciting, like, because all 5 of these games, like, I personally cannot wait for. So, I mean, it's a very exciting category. And a little fun fact about Starfield: do you know that it's releasing the same day of the year that Skyrim released, November 11th? Do you know that?
Dang.
It's pretty interesting.
That's crazy.
All right, moving on to the next category, or in the website's case, the last category, or the previous one. Let me just check. Did it keep my vote? It did. Okay, so we can do it. We can go backwards. Perfect.
Yeah.
Best debut indie. So, by the way, a big thing about voting is going to be the descriptions for the categories. Definitely want to read the descriptions so you really understand what you're trying to vote for. And this is best debut indie game, which means the best debut game created by a new independent studio. So basically, this is their very first game ever. A brand new independent studio, and this was their first game. Artful Escape is amazing. Forgotten City is really, really good. Kenna Bridge of Spirits is phenomenal. Sable is also great, and Valheim was one of the biggest hits of the year. Personally, I know which one I'm going for because I've always been excited to play this for myself. Ever since it was announced, I've always like looked at it like, yo, this looks incredible. And that is going to be Kenna Bridge of Spirits. And because in my opinion, yes, I don't think Kenna is for say the best game here. I actually think Sable and The Artful Escape might be the better games here. But for a studio's first game, when you have visuals like what they did with Kenna, like we're talking Pixar level stuff. When you have gameplay as so fun as Kenna, when you have a story so complex, I personally think they did a amazing job. I mean, yeah. For me, it's kind of Bridge of Spirits.
I second that. I am the exact same. Most of what John said. I mean, just look at the crispy Pixar animation. That's the first game that this studio made.
Yeah, that's like it's ridiculous.
For visual, like here's the thing about it is like visuals are not the most important thing. But like,
a big chunk.
It holds a big chunk. Mm-hmm. And it's like knowing that this is like this studio's first game and it's looking that good. That's crazy. On top of having a really good story, really good gameplay. And overall, I just think like, I think out of all these games, for sure, I think Kenna was by far, I think the better game for like, an indie, like a brand new indie studio's first project.
I mean, you know it's good when you got PlayStation paying to have it a timed exclusive. I mean, that's kind of that's like a big step. I know people have a problem with PlayStation paying to have timed exclusives. I do agree. I don't like timed exclusives. I think just straight up platform exclusives are fine. Timed exclusives are different. I'm not a big fan of that. But to have a big studio like that put trust in that game to do well on their platform is huge. Really, really huge.
Heck yeah.
And I almost see this category more as a like best new studio more than a best debut in indie game. Because like all of these games are great. It's like it really comes down to how impressive was the studio in their very first game. Because I mean, it's insane. It's insane what they did.
Yeah, but then it's like if you do best studio, then that would be more considered like what is it? Like what studio came out? You would have to factor in like who came out with the most and stuff. Like
true.
I feel like that makes sense though, even if you were to just do best studio, but you'd have to put something like new studio. That's why that's why I think they did like best debuts indie.
Yeah.
You know what I'd really find cool is if like every company went crazy and what they do is they do like it would still be like it'd be like best company or something.
Oh yeah.
Like you would put like 5 of them that like came out with something as a nominee and then put their best
Nintendo,
work
Xbox,
that they put out.
Square Enix,
yeah, like
EA. There you go.
Yeah, like you would put out like the best work that they you know that came out that year. And then just I feel like that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
You never know, because like I feel like that would also be a little bit difficult because
that is one category I feel like they're missing is best studio.
Yeah. Like I would have expected it to be there, because that's one of the categories I would love to see is like best company or best
because
studio.
I think Double Fine
their best work.
Because when I think of best studio, Double Fine instantly pops up.
Oh yeah, Double Fine went absolutely crazy.
I know. So, I mean, Insomniac is also insane. So.
Oh yeah.
But
it's like Insomniac's been doing it for a bit now, and it's like I feel like Double Fine's been in it for a while. Double Fine just
impressed everyone this year. Like,
well, it's because Double Fine was like known for Psychonauts, and they took such a long like break, and it's like none of their stuff really popped off as hard, which is sad to see.
I mean, Gang Beast kind of became a hit.
You know, well, yeah, oh yeah, Gang Beast, but it's sad to see because like they're an amazing studio. Like we know what they can put out, especially with Psychonauts 2, and it's like seeing them return with that was just like golly.
Yeah.
Like, that was goated.
All right, let's move on to the next one. This is going to be Content Creator of the Year. So, I'll be honest, I don't know.
Are we really doing this?
I mean, do you want to? All right, I'm
no.
voting for Dream. I'm getting out of here. All right,
I'm not voting for Dream.
Dream. All right, next one. Best multiplayer game. This one's so. Oh my gosh, this one's so hard. Dude, this is tough.
When I saw this, I was like, because especially since they added Knockout City, which I'm really glad they added.
Yes. I agree with you, Oz. I am so happy for Knockout City. And honestly, that's something I want to point out. When it comes to these awards for the Game Awards, I honestly get less excited about who's going to win and more or less who's going to get nominated, because the Game Awards is such a perfect place to recognize so many talented things that happen in gaming throughout the year. So to see Knockout City here is so awesome, because they absolutely deserve it. In my opinion, and I'll tell you who I'm voting for right now. When it comes to multiplayer, I personally enjoy Knockout City the most. And I'm voting for Knockout City. Now, if this was co-op, It Takes Two is taking it 100%.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I don't really see It Takes Two as a multiplayer game.
I mean, isn't multiplayer just more than one player?
Yes.
Or is it?
Let's take a look at the description. For outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of game genre or platform. Oof. Okay. Well, wait a minute. I might have to change this.
I was about to say I don't think there's a best co-op game. There's just best...
no. I think it has to be It Takes Two now.
Let me see, cause like
I think it has to be
best action, best it's just best multiplayer.
Wow. Okay. Well then, I'm going It Takes Two. So,
so I'm gonna give my vote in here. I was going to choose It Takes Two because here's the thing. I love that game. I haven't finished it, but from playing it with John when we were, Hazelight Studio they're 2 for 2 right now.
They've created a masterpiece.
They are going crazy. A Way Out. It Takes Two now. Like this studio's gonna go far. Like have they been picked up yet? Like
EA. Well, yeah, EA.
EA's. Oh my goodness, EA picked up a phenomenal studio.
Yeah.
Like they are. It's so surprising. Like, I love when new studios can do this, because it's like, I'm honestly surprised, because like, if there was a nomination, or a category for like new studio, I really would have hoped Hazelight Studio would have been in there.
Oh yeah,
because Hazelight Studio is phenomenal. It's hard because it's between It Takes Two and Knockout City for me.
Yeah.
But if you want the best like co-op experience, I would say It Takes Two. But if you want like full on like 4 people, it's Knockout City.
Yeah.
But in terms of like content and the things there are to do, I would personally give it to It Takes Two, because I think overall what it had to offer was more. Not to say that Knockout City didn't offer a lot. It's just I feel like It Takes Two was so good. It's just so good.
I agree.
I just want to give it one award as well, and this is the one I think it definitely deserves out of all of the awards it was nominated for.
Yeah.
So that's my vote.
Actually, I disagree with you. There is a clear winner for It Takes Two. Like, if anything else gets it in this specific category, there's an actual problem. We'll get to that category later. Yeah. But anyway, I mean, Back 4 Blood is also really, really fun. Monster Hunter Rise was a great game from what I've heard. Honestly, New World, in my opinion, New World, Knockout City, and It Takes Two are probably the three most likely, but I think It Takes Two will win it. And then Valheim is also, like I said, one of the biggest hits of the year. So, but anyway, moving on to the next one.
Yeah.
Best sports and racing game. Okay, well, we don't. Okay, so completely take out F1 and FIFA. Those games, trash. Dog booty, dog water. Actually, no, they're actually really good games. I'm just, in terms of this category, they're not winning. I'm sorry, FIFA and F1 fans. It's just not happening.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do mine first.
What?
I'll go ahead and do mine first.
Okay, go ahead.
So, due to the fact that I played none of these, I'm going to be voting for Hot Wheels Unleashed because my childhood shall prevail.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, it's honestly probably gonna be, if I really like vote. I mean, I feel like I can't because I haven't really played any of these. But I know probably out of the ones I would enjoy the most is Riders Republic because it's from Ubisoft. And Ubisoft has made a lot of games that are similar. And I feel like out of all of these, like, I feel like it had the most interesting idea. I think having, like, a bunch of players racing on bikes and, to switch to, like, glider suits, it's crazy. Like, it's wild.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to say Riders Republic. I'm feeling Riders Republic. I think it had a really interesting idea. And I think the way they wanted to do it, I feel like it was... I saw you play it, and it looks really fun. Like,
it is. It's going to be $30 on Black Friday, so if anyone hasn't picked it up, definitely cop it. That's a fantastic deal. $30 on Black Friday. That's half off, people. It's a $60 game.
I'm gonna go with Riders Republic on this one.
All right, so this one sucks.
I wonder what John's gonna choose.
This one sucks for me. Okay, so I'll let you know, Austin. It's not what you expect.
It's Hot Wheels, ain't it?
No, it's not. Here's the thing. I am so happy Hot Wheels is actually nominated because I think this game's underrated just because of the fact that it's Hot Wheels. It's just really, really fun. I think it really is. You get to build your own courses and everything, and then you get to collect all these different cars, and the racing itself is just really, really fun. It's like almost like a realistic like kart racer. It's kind of hilarious. But no, here's what I have to say. 100%, there is no chance anything wins except Forza Horizon 5. It's just going to happen. I guarantee you, mark my word, I'm willing to put money on this. Forza's winning. I mean, that's just how it is.
Oh, yeah.
It's the highest rated game of 2021. I don't see how it's not going to win. First of all, it has all the critics' votes, which is 90% of the vote, by the way.
It's got to be rigged if it doesn't win.
Yeah, literally. It has to be rigged if Forza doesn't win, because it has 90% votes for critics. And I guarantee you, out of all these games, the fans are going to vote for Horizon 5.
Oh, yeah. Twitter's already exploding that it didn't get... Oh.
Don't worry about it. All right, anyway. But in my personal opinion, this is completely my opinion, guys. I personally have played more, and I like more Riders Republic. I'm more of that kind of sport guy than I am cars. I'm not a card nut or anything. I just think Forza Horizon 5 is fun. I think it's a great game. But if I had to pick, like, if I got stuck on an island and I can only have, like, one sport game out of these 5, I'm choosing Riders Republic. So, yeah, I'm going Riders Republic here. I think this game is, as well, underrated to the max.
All right,
moving on.
What?
Best sim and strategy. Okay, so I'll let you know right now. It's between 2. Age of Empires 4 and Microsoft Flight Simulator. Honestly, it's gonna be Flight Simulator just because Flight Simulator. But I would also be really happy if Age of Empires 4 won. I'm not even gonna spend that long in this one.
I literally have no idea.
All right. Well, I'm
choosing Age of Empires because I'm scared of planes.
I was also gonna choose Age of Empires. So.
Oh, okay. I chose it because I'm scared of planes.
Yeah, no, I'm choosing Age of Empires. I personally I'm not crazy about Flight Simulator. I would rather play Age of Empires, but Flight Simulator is probably gonna win. I mean, Age of Empires 4 could win. It really depends, but we'll see.
Can we talk about this next category?
Oh my god. Okay. I'm letting y'all know right now. I have a clear favorite. I am so happy this got nominated. It is my favorite inclusion in the whole show. Pokemon Snap. Yes.
My gosh.
Yes, dude. I love Pokemon Snap.
Pokemon Snap.
It's for sure in my top 3 games of the year. I'm telling you. No, that's false. I'm actually taking that back. Top 5. Top 5 games of the year. Pokemon Snap, dude. God, I love this game. The only problem is...
I never would have thought taking pictures of Pokemon would be so interesting to a human.
Dude, that's what makes it so gold, is the fact that no one... Like, it's so overlooked, and yet it's so good. Oh, my... The only problem is it's not going to win for the big fact. I don't really see it as a family game. Like, it's just a single player game.
Like, I will admit, some of these nominations, like 2 of them, are not real.
I don't know if I really like this category this year.
Not really, because like in my opinion, It Takes Two is 2 players.
Yes,
that's not family. Like family is more than 2.
Yep.
Pokemon Snap isn't either. Super Mario 3D World is half. Because, the original game...
But even then, it's basically a port, so I wouldn't even say this year. So,
but really. The original is, but Bowser's Fury is 1 player. So it's like half and half. So I'm giving it to Mario Party Superstars. And
I agree.
I'll explain why. Because Mario Party Superstars, this... And I'm saying this to all the Nintendo fans because I'm so happy. We finally... got a good Mario Party after 4 garbage Mario parties. We finally got just a good one, like a really good one.
I can't wait to pick it up for myself and begin playing.
Yeah, the maps are great. Everything about Mario Party, like the new one, is better than the last one, except for the characters.
Yeah,
that's about the only issue I think there is with the game. I think there's just not a lot of characters.
My only thought is it's not old enough yet, which I don't think that's gonna have anything to do with it, because I guarantee you Forza's winning racing, and that's even newer than Mario Party. So I definitely think Mario Party will win here, but I could also see WarioWare winning as well.
No, because if you want me to be honest, I feel like people don't vote based off I feel like it'll be It Takes Two for some reason. Because I feel like everyone's going to go by popularity. And even
probably.
critics.
You're probably right.
I feel like if a critic is smart here, they'll really take the time to realize what is a family game.
Yep.
Because 3 of these I don't even think are really a family game. 2.5 really. So yeah.
Yep, I agree.
But yeah, my vote goes to Mario Party.
Mine goes Pokemon Snap because I love it.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Of course.
Go next one. Best fighting game. Oh my god. Okay.
Ooh.
So as y'all know, I'm a huge fighting fan. I'll be honest. I'm not really a fan of any of these games.
Okay.
I like Nickelodeon Brawl All Stars. It's kind of meh. Right?
It's kind of dead already.
It is.
Like
Virtua Fighter 5 is of course a legend.
Yeah.
But like,
the thing about it that's sad to see is Ludosity is such a good studio. Like they make really good fighting games relating to Smash Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
But Nickelodeon just didn't give them the budget we feel like they needed.
Yeah.
And a lot of people complain that with a better budget there could have been better things, more content, and I agree. And I haven't played a lot of these, but I have heard that I think the new Guilty Gear was not it really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard it was
if I remember. Bad. Let me take a look. I've
never even heard of the middle one, Melty Blood. What the heck?
I've never heard of that either.
Honestly,
actually, never mind. A lot of people say they like this one.
I really want Demon Slayer to win. I think. I just think that game probably was the best here, but I also think Virtua Fighter 5 will win. But I'm going Demon Slayer here.
Oh my gosh! By the way, he's never watched Demon Slayer.
What? What do you mean? What?
Wait, have you watched it?
Yes, just not all of it. But like I have watched Demon Slayer.
Okay. I thought you hadn't.
No.
My bad.
Okay. I watched Demon Slayer.
Okay.
Yeah. I did it because I played the character in Jump Force and I was like, yo, this character's pretty cool. And I went and watched I went and watched it. So
okay.
Yeah.
So I guess I was wrong.
Calling me out.
Apparently Guilty Gear Strive is good.
Huh? Well, maybe that one will win too. I don't know.
I'm voting it because I know my friend Dre is a really big fan, and I can't vote for any of these. The only one I played is Nickelodeon, but I don't think it's the best.
No.
I definitely don't. And
I would honestly laugh my butt off if Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl won.
Yeah.
It would be hilarious.
Let me take a look at Melty Blood. It sounds familiar. Like, just by looking at the picture.
Type Lumina is the thing that sounds familiar to me.
Type Lumina?
Yes.
I've seen this. This is like a... Hold on. Let me get a good look at... Whoa! What kind of website? Into the Vortex! Okay. Sorry. I've seen this. This is, Oh! It's this game. Okay. This is the one that they, This is the one that they play at EVO. Oh, okay. I don't know. I've seen Guilty Gear and Melty Blood. I'm gonna go with Guilty Gear.
All right.
I think Guilty Gear is more interesting and has a better way of like how they handled the fighting mechanics. Cause I have a friend who's like a huge Guilty Gear fan, and he's like told me like why the game is so good and the different mechanics that it has to offer from other fighting games, and I'm like, wow, that's actually really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it to Guilty Gear.
All right. Moving on, we got best role playing.
Cyberpunk 2077. I'm kidding. No.
Okay, so we got Cyberpunk, Monster Hunter Rise, Scarlet Nexus, Shin Megami Tensei 5, Tales of Arise. So I'm letting you know right now, it's not Cyberpunk. For a few reasons. I'm not saying Cyberpunk is bad. I actually enjoyed the game for what it was. But number one, it's too old, in my opinion. It technically came out last year. A lot of people kind of forgot this game existed.
I mean, it was so bad at launch.
Yeah, the launch was terrible, and it's honestly still a huge buggy mess, which is really sad. And
they did Keanu Reeves dirty.
Critics gave it a pretty good review, just not like amazing compared to these other games. And I honestly don't think I think fans will vote for more of the other stuff than they would Cyberpunk. So I honestly don't think Cyberpunk will win. If it does win, like, good on them, like, good stuff. But I just don't think it'll win. And personally, it's not my role-playing game of the year either. For me, I'm going Tales of Arise here. Tales has always been a huge franchise, and Tales of Arise is insanely good. Monster Hunter Rise is also good, but it's not like best role-playing game of caliber. Shin Megami Tensei is also the same boat. Scarlet Nexus is also the same boat. I just think Tales of Arise is the clear choice here.
I agree. Yep. I agree on that.
All right. Next one then. Best. Oh, God. Okay. So. Oh! Okay. So, if I'm correct about this, I don't know if it was this one or if it was. No, I'm pretty sure it's this one. For the last 4 Game Awards, the game that won Best Action and Adventure also won Game of the Year. So.
I know what I'm choosing for this one. And I have an explanation for it.
Okay, wait. Okay, so first of all, let's read the description. For the Best Action Adventure game, combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, now that it says puzzle solving, now I really question things.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I'll let you know right now, I don't think Guardians of the Galaxy is winning, unfortunately.
I don't. I've heard too many people complain about the gameplay. Like, really? It's not everyone's favorite. Yeah. Okay. What I heard about Guardians of the Galaxy, and this might have changed, but I know for a while, especially when the game came out, a lot of people were not happy with the style of, like, the combat.
Okay. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. So, okay, yeah. Actually, no, I can explain this. It's not necessarily like the gameplay's bad. It was kind of just disappointing because obviously Guardians of the Galaxy, there's five characters, right?
Yeah.
But instead, you only play Star-Lord, and you kind of use the other players as, like, moves, like attacks, like special abilities, kind of. So it's not necessarily the gameplay is bad. It's just it kind of disappointed everybody, the fact that you can't play as the other characters. But no, I'm telling you right now, I don't think Guardians of the Galaxy is winning. I mean, it has the combat, in my opinion. I don't know where the traversal and puzzle solving comes in.
Yeah. I don't think Resident Evil has it either. There's like
I don't think Resident Evil has it either. Nope. I mean, the combat's just shooting, maybe some melee. That's about it.
God, traversal, the middle three.
Yeah, the middle three.
Man.
I know which one I'm going. Not for the fact that I like the game better. It's more or less, I think it just fits the category the best. It has all 3 of those things in top-notch quality. I'm going Metroid Dread here. For the main fact, combat. I mean, Metroidvania is known for having some of the most fun gameplay, even though it's just a side-scroller. But, I mean, the gameplay is so fun for Metroid Dread. Then you have the traversal. You literally can turn into a ball. You can climb walls, climb ceilings. You can go invisible. You have to run from monsters. And the puzzle solving. It's Metroid. There's tons of different puzzles, tons of different, like, ways that you have to go. It has the action, and it has the adventure. I personally think Metroid has it. The only reasons I don't vote for Psychonauts and Ratchet and Clank is, personally, I don't think there was that much puzzle in Ratchet and Clank. And Psychonauts, I don't know if something just doesn't ring my bell with Psychonauts with this category.
See, the thing is about this category is I feel like no one's gonna pay attention to the puzzle like part of it.
I think you're right.
Because it says best action and adventure.
Yeah, but usually adventure means puzzle as well. So
I'm
personally going Metroid Dread. I think this is Metroid Dread's category to win. I think it just best fits it. Personally, I like Psychonauts and Ratchet and Clank more than Metroid Dread. I'll let you know about that right now. I like those two games more, but I just think Metroid Dread fits it better.
This is so hard.
I know, this one's tough. And honestly, I wouldn't even be mad if Guardians of the Galaxy won. I just don't think it will.
Well, here's what bothers me the most is like the categories we will soon be approaching. I want all of these, like I want to vote for I just want all these to at least get one vote that I really like, because I think all these games deserve at least
one win. Yeah.
And it's like, I get it.
That's also the thing, though, with Metroid Dread. I feel like if it doesn't win this category, I don't know what it will win, to be honest with you.
Game of the year?
Well, that's the thing, though, because for 4 years in a row, the action and adventure best game won Game of the Year as well, so...
Yeah.
Chances are.
This is so annoying.
It's very difficult.
Like, because, like, God, words can't even describe how annoying this is. It's so hard to just pick one. Because if I'm just paying attention to the two aspects of action and adventure by itself without puzzle, I'm going with Ratchet and Clank any day. But only because of puzzle solving, I've got to say Metroid Dread then.
Yeah.
Because it's only fair to include every category, especially with what the caption says to go based off of.
Yeah.
So Metroid Dread is probably the clear winner of that.
Yeah.
Do I see it like winning that? Who knows? You never know with stuff like that.
It could be any of these, to be honest with you. This one's open books. I don't want Guardians or Resident Evil to win. If they do, fantastic. I'm not going to be mad. I just think the middle three deserve it more. But, yeah, this is a tough one. But no, in terms, I think definitely, if I had to separate all three of these, I think Metroid has the best puzzle solving, Psychonauts has the best combat, and I think Ratchet and Clank has the best traversal.
Oh, I don't know about that. I was going to say I think Metroid has the best puzzle. Mm-hmm. Ratchet and Clank has the best combat, and then Psychonauts has the best like adventure aspect.
Interesting.
Because like, I don't know. Like, it's weird.
Because to me, Ratchet and Clank is technically an open world game. There's like a lot of collectibles you're able to get. Yeah. You have like those rocket boots. Actually, you can fly all over the place. You travel to planet. I think the adventure is better in Ratchet and Clank.
See, well,
and the combat for Psychonauts is so unique with all the like different magic abilities and the.
Yeah, it is very unique, but like, I'll switch what I said. But based off like my experience, I personally like the Ratchet and Clank like combat
better. Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, like Psychonauts 2, I don't know. Like sometimes maybe because I just didn't understand it fully, because like I knew what to do, but I felt like I wasn't doing it right. You know?
Yeah, that makes sense. I
was just like, I was like, I know what I have to do, but like, am I doing it correctly?
I know what I have to do. How do I do
like?
It?
The whole time I would just use the fireball.
Oh yeah, the RB.
I would do that, and then I'd shoot him with the PSI laser. I'm just like, is this right?
Yeah. Like, oh, it's so good. I love it.
So,
by the way, shout out to my boy Raz, Ratchet, Rivet, and Samus.
Oh great. God, dude, bro, we got to talk about one of these nominations that comes up like at some point, because I really need to discuss this on YouTube, because I gotta know why no one's been nominating this for this category.
All right,
like,
well, let's continue then.
We'll get to it.
Best action game. Okay, this is another one. I'm taking this one by storm, and honestly, I think this one has a chance. I'm not even lying to you. I think this has a heck of a chance. You already know which one I'm going for.
Yeah, definitely Far Cry 6.
Absolutely. No, ladies and gentlemen.
Chivalry 2.
I'm going Chivalry 2. And I'll tell you why. In my opinion, I would choose Back 4 Blood, Deathloop, Far Cry, and Returnal all over Chivalry 2. I'll be honest. I like those games more. But the thing that drew me into Chivalry 2, the thing that I love about Chivalry 2, and the thing that makes Chivalry 2 an actually good game is what this category is based off of and what the description says. For the best game in the action genre, focus primarily on combat. It's Chivalry 2. That's what this game is based on, is action combat in a medieval time. Sure, it's not like the highest budget game, but when it comes to what this category is trying to do and trying to tell, Far Cry 6, it's another first-person shooter, but it's a good shooter. It has great melee. Same thing with Deathloop. It has some cool magic stuff, has nice shooter. Returnal, nice third-person shooter. Back 4 Blood, best shooter. Right? They're kind of just things we've already seen, in my opinion. Chivalry 2, they built the ground up just to be a amazing combat-filled game. I personally don't think anything else even stands a chance. The only thing is, in terms of the actual game, everything else here is better than Chivalry 2. I just think Chivalry 2 has the best combat. So I think it wins here.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard because that's the thing that... I like how they let critics decide sometimes. It's either a good thing, because the problem with letting fans vote is just popularity.
Yes.
And that's the thing that sucks about awards, is everyone votes on something just because it's popular.
Yes.
And if any game here won for best gameplay, I think we already know what it would be just based off popularity.
Oh yeah,
it's
based off of
probably
popularity,
Deathloop.
it's either Deathloop, Far Cry, or Returnal.
Yeah.
I don't think Back 4 Blood... Honestly, I don't think Back 4 Blood has any chance of winning this category at all.
I have seen...
It's just a zombie shooter, in my opinion. I don't think...
I have seen game...
I'm not saying it's bad. I love it.
Yeah.
Me and Christian love Back 4 Blood.
Yeah.
I just think everything else better.
Yeah. I've seen gameplay of, like, most of these except for Returnal. I've got to go with John, man.
Chivalry 2. I'm telling you.
Chivalry 2, like, I don't know. It's just so fun just going, oh!
It is. Like, tell me, someone leave in the comments, apart from Chivalry 1 and possibly For Honor, what other game can you hop in these giant-sized medieval battles and have the amount of in-depth melee combat that you have in Chivalry 2? I mean, it's literally one of a kind, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Granted, the game is really stupid, and it's really it's not necessarily like the highest quality at all. It's just the combat is so god tier.
Hey, sometimes the worst looking games or just the dumbest games are the best.
Yes.
It makes literally no sense.
Yep.
But
and here's the thing, Chivalry 2 has now gotten 2 massive updates, like 2 big expansions. So it must have a big community, and it obviously must be doing well, because I mean, I hopped back on there a few days ago, and God, the new game modes they've added are so fun. They are really, really good.
I'm curious to see what wins this.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. I honestly, I don't think Chivalry 2 will win. I think it should win, though. I think it should.
I honestly, if you had to guess, what do you think critics would choose? What do you think they're going to choose?
Deathloop.
Deathloop?
Critics went hard on Deathloop this year for some reason. I think Deathloop might be the most nominated game in the Game Awards.
Dude, when I saw that, I was like, I heard about Deathloop. They went
hard on Deathloop. I don't even know why. Like, it wasn't even the highest acclaimed game or anything. It was like in like the low 80s. I was like, dang, they must have really, dang, what happened with Deathloop, bro? What the?
It's like Last of Us Part 2.
Bad game,
no, I'm kidding.
I pre-ordered that game. I love it. There's even videos on YouTube. it's an Xbox-owned game. Sure, Bethesda, but guess what? Xbox-owned Bethesda. I think it's a fantastic game. But I just find it really odd that it's like everywhere. It's in like every category almost.
Well, here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping we don't get a Last of Us Part 2 moment. And I'm not saying the game is bad.
Gosh.
It's just it wins everything.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping we don't get.
Yeah.
So.
I agree. Honestly, there are some categories where I honestly don't think Deathloop should even be in there. I'm being honest with you. And I'm not saying it's a bad game. I just think there are much better options.
Oh, yeah.
One of them for sure where it got robbed. There is a certain game in a certain category got robbed.
Oh!
Yes.
I know.
I think me and Austin have the same exact idea.
Dude, when I saw it, I was thinking of you, John, and I was like, once again, it happened again. Not just one, 2 times.
What? Wait. What? Okay, wait. We'll have to get. Okay, let's. Let's go.
I think we're thinking of the same thing.
Maybe. Okay.
Who knows? Maybe
let's
just
go
don't
next
understand.
one. Best VR AR. Okay, so this one I feel like I would know more about. These are all great games. Here. I'll tell you right now, Sniper Elite's not winning. Hitman 3 I don't think will win. I Expect You to Die 2 has a possibility. I just think Resident Evil 4 and Lone Echo 2 are too big to not win. And honestly, I think popularity is gonna get Resident Evil 4. I think it's winning. And honestly, from what I've heard, critics love this game as well. They did a fantastic job on Resident Evil 4 VR.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Moving on. Innovation and accessibility. Yeah. So, this one's interesting. Recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. So, to put it simply, games that allow more accessibility for, let's say, people who are deaf or blind or have, like, you know... You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, like, I'm not laughing at what you said. I'm just laughing because for a minute, I was going to give this to a certain game. And then you started saying that, and it kind of makes me rethink about it.
Well, here's the thing. I think I know what's actually going to win here.
Okay.
Which is unfortunate, because I don't really even know what this game is, apart from the fact that I know why it was made. The Veil. This game was specifically made for blind. So I think it's just automatically gonna win. To be honest.
Well, okay. So recognizing software and such or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played.
I'm pretty sure it's like it's a game completely about sound and like vibrations and stuff.
Well, if I didn't know about that, then I would have. For some reason, I want to say Far Cry 6. Because the villain is everywhere!
Okay. Well,
He's literally everywhere!
No, so the thing is, I actually played Far Cry and Guardians really recently. And you know at the beginning of games, you always have to adjust your brightness, turn on certain settings, right?
Oh, is that what it is?
Far Cry 6 and Guardians had so much, like, colorblind mode, had so much, like, dialogue, like, to speech and stuff. And I was like, dang, they really went ham on this.
I wish they were more specific about this category.
Yeah. I do as well. The only reason I really know about it is because that's always like a big topic, like every year, not just for awards, just in like general gaming. And yeah, accessibility has been a big thing this year. So, but I'm gonna go Veil.
I mean,
I don't really. I'll be honest. This category isn't really exciting for me personally.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, like, it's not important. It's absolutely important.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't say that. We're not saying, like, we don't support giving other gamers, like or people the ability to play. No. It's just, like, this category is just hard to do that.
Yeah.
This is, like, so hard. Like, there are categories that are so hard that it's, like, it's kind of boring.
It is.
Like, and this one's just, like, it's got to be the Veil. Like,
yeah, I think it is.
It's got to be because it's literally a game for the blind.
What did critics do on
based off sound? So I can take a look, but it's like it's clear who's gonna win it, and if it doesn't win, the critics just don't care about the blind.
I guess so. All right, let's go on to the next one. I'm not
seeing anything.
Let's go on. It has a 79 on Metacritic. Best community support. Oh Jesus. Okay. I'm not a big.
Okay.
Actually, no. I mean, I am a fan of this one. It's the same games every single year, though. That's the problem.
It's not Fortnite.
I'm giving it to No Man's Sky. I'll tell you why. Because when this game first launched, it was literally about dead in a week. It was probably the worst launch in video game history. Like, the most amount of bugs I think I've ever seen. Like, it was Cyberpunk bad. It was worse than Cyberpunk. There was, like, no content. It was the absolute worst game I think I've ever... It might even be worse than Bound's Wonderland, right? But due to community and the developer, this is now one of the most played games, like, ever. Because the fact that it has evolved so much... So, I'm giving it to that. Like, if you compared the launch of this game and the game now, I wouldn't even think it's the same game. It's completely different.
I'm going to go with you because I don't know what to vote for. Because I haven't played any of these except for one of them.
I think it's Fortnite, bro.
No, it isn't. They do everything wrong.
Moving on. No.
In conclusion, I think the winner of that category is going to be Apex Legends for some reason.
Okay. I
don't know why.
Okay.
Best mobile. Oh gosh.
This is another one of those. This is.
I've got
bias. This is complete bias.
I've got it.
I know which one Austin's going with. I'm going Pokemon Unite. Love Pokemon Unite.
I'm going Genshin Impact.
Yep, knew that. I honestly think Genshin Impact will win this, in my opinion, and I think it should. I personally just really like Pokemon Unite, so I'm just voting for that. Next, Best Indie. Okay, there's no competition. I love 12 Minutes. Love Kenna Bridge of Spirits. There is no possible way that Death's Door is not winning this game. This has been one of my most hyped games of the year. I haven't gotten a chance to play it. Ever since I saw this game, I have been in love. Austin, you need to look at this game for yourself. I feel like you would even want to play it. This game looks so good. People thought this was going to be nominated for Game of the Year. I honestly agree. I think it should have been. I think Death's Door is the absolute obvious choice here.
1 second.
I mean, it looks really good. This is honestly, Death's Door was one of the highest critically acclaimed games of the year as well.
Oh, I think I did see this.
Yeah.
When was this announced or talked
Death's
about?
Door? Oh, Death's Door came out in August, I think. August or July.
I think I have seen this. They showed this at one of the things we watched.
Yeah. It's kind of like Hades in a way.
Yeah.
No, I can't wait to play Death's Door. I'm getting it for Black Friday here soon. Cannot wait. Cannot wait to play it.
I mean, I feel like I see Kenna winning this.
Yeah, if it's not Death's Door, then it's Kenna. But honestly, this is kind of like Forza Horizon 5 in the sports and racing one. There's just no way Death's Door does not win. I think. Even if this was completely popularity wise, Death's Door was the highest played indie game of the year. I'm pretty sure, new indie game of the year, apart from Valheim, which is on PC, but. I think Death's Door automatically has this win.
I'm taking a look at this gameplay right now. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh, wow. It is like a... I don't know why... Wow. Okay.
It just looks fun for some reason, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's like... It doesn't look like it should be, but...
But it is. It's like a bird with a lightsaber. It's amazing. You go with what?
I'm going with that.
Death Door?
Because I look at the thing for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. Yep. I think that because I feel like Kenna's
a close
if you go
second.
based off that description, I feel like it's a little too basic compared to like Death's Door.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's basically
you're choosing a human as the protagonist.
The only
over
thing,
a bird.
Yeah, the only thing that Kenna wins is visually. I think Kenna is probably one of the best looking games of the year. Visually.
Oh yeah.
But visuals does not take a game to the top, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Visuals are a big thing. Don't get me wrong, but I think Death's Door wins in everything except visuals. So yeah.
One category.
12 minutes is also great, by the way, guys.
Yeah, 12 minutes is great. I just feel like I don't know.
It's just a problem because that's a type of game where there's a big amount of people who will not like it.
It's a mixed bag.
It is.
You're gonna have a lot of people that like it and a lot of people that don't like it.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of people get really frustrated about it.
Mm-hmm.
And
I personally enjoyed it myself.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously reasons. I just play like everything, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
But,
all right.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Going on next one. We're in the top 10, ladies and gentlemen. Best ongoing. It's Genshin Impact.
Genshin Impact
wins. Moving on. It's the same games every year, I swear. Games for Impact. So, for a thought-provoking game with pro-social meaning or message,
I mean,
think Life is Strange is
feel like... Okay. Okay. There are two games on here that... I'm gonna say one of these because I saw one. I think Before Your Eyes is a really good pick.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably not going to beat Life is Strange without a doubt.
Yeah.
But Before Your Eyes is a visual so the way the game works is it's like visual perception.
Mm-hmm.
So you play it based off like your eyesight. If you blink, you skip a cutscene and you skip like part of the story. And the longer you keep your eyes open, the more you get to witness a story unveil. And the thing about Before Your Eyes is it's crazy because you're so into it with the soundtrack, with the overall story that it comes up with, connecting. The main storyline is about a kid and his family and how he's all into doing these things. And then all of a sudden his life goes downhill and there's a bunch of things going on. I'm not going to spoil it. Like, I saw my friend play it. I might actually go
cool. Before Your Eyes here.
I don't want to go off popularity. I already know Life is Strange is going to win.
Probably.
So, I don't even think it matters. I'm going to choose Before Your Eyes. I want to be different. I want to be different. Yep, and I like this game a lot. I think it looked I thought it was really good and really underrated.
All right. Next, best perform. Okay. Well, we know what's winning this. The man who is everywhere in gaming right now.
He's literally everywhere.
He's literally everywhere. But there's
YouTube,
because
my emails.
Yep. Giancarlo Esposito as Antoine Castillo. Far Cry 6. He's winning.
Oh my goodness! I've never seen someone get promoted so much. Like, oh my goodness, it's crazy. Yep. It's just like, think you can stop me? I'd like to see you try. You won't get very far. I'm just like, get off my screen! I'm trying to watch YouTube.
Yeah, it's amazing. And the fact that he's such a big time actor, it's gonna push everything.
Oh yeah.
But anyway,
it's definitely
on next one. Oh.
Okay.
Recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. This does not mean music, people. This does not mean music.
I'm not good at this stuff. Because, like, audio design, it's hard for me to tell, like, what is the best. Because I pay attention to, like, audio, but I don't know how to consider what's the best. Like, which one is more accurate to how it would sound? Or
it's like, no, it's just the most, like, impressive sounding.
How do you rank this?
I
generally don't know how to rank this.
Here. I think I'm going with Forza. Because, I mean, just the cars alone, they sound insane.
I'm also going to go Forza. I don't know what to choose.
The environment,
but I have
Mexico, the weather systems they have, they all sound amazing.
If I had to choose, it's probably going to be Forza because their game is built for audio design.
Basically, yeah, it's like literally a game that needs perfect audio or it's going to like ruin the game kind of. Like, yeah. I think I think Forza has this. The thing is, I just don't see anything else winning. See, the thing is, Ratchet and Clank has great sound, but is it like truly like impressive where it's like, yo, this sound design is incredible. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's going to be really hard to compete against Forza. That's the thing.
Yeah. I mean, Forza is literally like we said, it's just an audio design game pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, and all these other ones, I just, audio design's way too hard, I feel. Like, I feel like a lot of these nominations, they just put them there. Like, just because.
I agree. Honestly, I could also see Returnal winning. I think Returnal has a chance. I think Forza and Returnal have the two biggest chances here. But ultimately, I do think Horizon will win. I honestly don't think Deathloop will win at all. I don't think there's any chance Deathloop wins here. I honestly think Deathloop shouldn't even be here. There are way better shooting games, first-person RPGs that have much better sound design. For instance, I think Far Cry 6 sounds way better than Deathloop.
Yeah.
So, I think, yeah. I definitely think that was a little... I think Metroid Dread should be up here. The sound in that game is really, really nice. Especially those robots. Like, whenever you're, like, getting chased. Oh, my gosh. Dude, the sound adds so much impact. I think Metroid Dread was robbed of this category, to be honest with you. Do I think it'll win? No, I still think Forza has it in the bag. But I think it should have been nominated at least.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on. See, now this is different. Okay, so I already know what's winning.
So
actually, the Artful Escape has a chance, actually. Artful Escape does have a chance.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I had to take a guess what it is, I had no idea there was another Nier game, but it's not even featuring 2B.
It's a remake, kind of.
No, I think it's like a spin-off.
No, it's a remake. So, they basically
it's like a whole new character.
Original.
It's like a whole new character and everything.
No, so Nier Replicant was actually the first Nier game, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really?
But it was like so poorly received that after Nier Automata came out, that one blew up, and so everybody wanted them to remake the first one.
Nier Replicant is an updated version of Nier Replicant previously only released in Japan.
Yeah.
Oh. Yep. Okay.
I don't think that'll win, though, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Definitely not Deathloop. I don't think Cyberpunk will win. I know exactly what's going to win here, I think. Due to the fact that this game was made for it.
Yeah, I mean, okay. If they really want to go for music, they could just be obvious and choose the Artful Escape. But for some reason, I feel like... I mean, Marvel's Guardian of the Galaxy has, like, the most
It's
popular music.
It does. Like, it's literally it might be the biggest soundtrack in it might be the biggest soundtrack in video game history.
I'm gonna vote for it.
But I also think Artful Escape deserves to win as well.
I think Artful Escape deserves to win, but I think based off the tracks that I've heard,
I just love the Guardians.
It's some of the biggest songs.
Literally, I loaded in and the first song I heard was Final Countdown. I was like, okay. Yeah. I mean, dude, it's amazing soundtrack.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh.
Oh my gosh. Oh Jesus. Okay.
All right.
For outstanding creative or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Wow. Wow. I'm telling you right now, Deathloop out. Get out of here. Why is Deathloop even nominated for this? In my opinion. I don't think it should even be nominated here.
I have literally no idea. This here is a you want to know what? I'm surprised Life is Strange was not nominated for this. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I just said that because I wanted to pick a nomination that would have been better. Genshin Impact. I'm kidding. I have no idea. If there was a replacement for Deathloop, what do you think it'd be?
It Takes Two.
Yeah. Why didn't I think of... I'm an idiot. Why is that not here?
Yeah.
Wait, actually, why is that not here?
Yeah, that's actually messed up. That got robbed. They got robbed.
You're telling me Deathloop...
Yeah, I'm telling you, they went so hard on Deathloop for some reason.
Bro, I didn't even think about it. It Takes Two literally got... Okay. All right. So, I'm gonna say what I think here. This is hard because I think I haven't seen Artful Escape, but I'm basing off the picture. It looks like one of those games that just catches you off guard, you know?
I mean, it's literally in the name, art.
Yeah, I mean,
do I think it'll win though? I don't know.
I'm going to go with Psychonauts 2. I'm going to choose Psychonauts 2. And the reason I say it is because, okay, Kenna, I've looked at the graphics and the art direction. It looks amazing.
Stunning.
I've looked at Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I played that game. Literally almost haven't beaten it yet, but I'm like so close.
Yep.
It's amazing. But Psychonauts 2. Here's two big reasons I really want to give it to Psychonauts 2.
Artistic design.
Yeah. Double Fine. It's been 15 years. And for them to come out with a sequel this visually stunning with such great color schemes and just great looking things in the actual game, I just think it beats everything else here. I think it has a more creative design than all of these, especially with the worlds, the going inside of people's brains, the levels inside of people's brains,
the amount of design,
the amount of detail.
Yeah.
Like the detail, the creativity. I think what really makes Psychonauts 2 win this is the creativity.
Yep. 100%.
I think by far the creativity is what wins this for Psychonauts 2.
Yep.
And if Psychonauts 2 does not win this, I don't know how. Like,
if it doesn't win it, I want Kenna to win.
You can't argue with creativity.
Yeah.
Psychonauts 2 is by far the most creative of all of these.
Yeah. But that's not saying... I think everything here...
Yeah, they're all they're all amazing.
Deathloop looks good. I just think there was a better option in It Takes Two. But all these games did deserve to be nominated.
It Takes Two should have been there instead of Deathloop.
Yeah, I just think Psychonauts.
You know what that would have? You know what that means then? We like all of the. Let's say if It Takes Two was replacing Deathloop, that would have been all animated games.
Yeah.
Like, dude, animated games popped off this year.
They did.
They went really hecka crazy. And honestly, I'm gonna say this now: if It Takes Two was here, I honestly might go for second. Like, I might say that would be second.
Oh yeah,
I think a lot of the stuff they.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the stuff they did was crazy.
I still think Kenna's second for me.
Yeah, but I think the fact that you're small, the creativity with all the big world, like the whole.
That is true. That's so tough. It's so tough.
They got robbed. Literally,
it did get robbed.
It Takes Two got robbed of this.
I know.
Like,
people could also make an argument that it's better than Psychonauts, but I think Psychonauts is better.
I still think it's Psychonauts too.
All right, moving on.
We're getting towards the end.
Okay, we need to talk.
Last three.
We need to talk.
We need to talk. Another robbed.
This is the biggest rob of the awards.
Okay.
This is the biggest rob of the show.
Okay, here's the thing. I want to talk to everyone, like, and if anyone can tell me why is it that Ratchet and Clank isn't nominated for this? I feel like one of the best things about Ratchet and Clank was the story.
I'll tell everyone right now, Ratchet and Clank was my favorite story that came out of 2021.
Yeah.
It really was.
Like,
the amount of character development they had was insane.
I'm wondering, I really think the reason it's not getting nominated for best narrative or best story is because of the whole fact of, oh, there's another me from another dimension. Like, I get it's been hashed, like it's been reused and hashed a lot, but you gotta respect when they do it so good. I mean, no one wants an original Ratchet and Clank anymore. They want Rift Apart 2. Yep. I want Rift Apart 2.
Exactly. That just tells you something. And here's the thing, is Deathloop does have a pretty good story, but one of the big dividing factors of Deathloop was the fact that a lot of people just didn't like the story for Deathloop. I don't think Deathloop should be here at all.
Yeah.
I don't think it
and like, it's like, yeah. How do you feel about Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy?
I haven't played enough Guardians of the Galaxy to tell you, but I'm telling you, it's better than Deathloop. It probably is better than Deathloop.
We're not hating on Deathloop, by the way.
No, we're not. It's just, I just don't think it deserves to be nominated here. I just don't.
Yeah. I don't get it.
For Ratchet and Clank, people who have played the game, you guys know the little spider robot that you send in to exterminate the wires and all that, right? You remember that, Austin?
Yeah.
It's insane when the game gives that little spider robot her own character arc. Like, are you kidding me?
It's so weird to me because the thing about the story that made it better was the line delivery. Let me talk about one thing. The voice actors were goated. They literally they delivered the lines so perfectly. The writing was so good. I just don't get how it wasn't nominated. I don't. In my opinion, that's a straight rob.
It's a straight L.
I think that's the hardest rob of the whole thing.
Absolutely. And now that leaves the question: what's gonna win? Because if Ratchet and Clank was here, I'm absolutely voting Ratchet and Clank.
Okay. Here's the thing that I'm gonna tell you. I don't think It Takes Two.
Really?
Let me tell you why. I think it is very interesting, but the one that is probably going to win based off popularity it's probably going to be Life is Strange.
Yep, I was thinking the same thing.
And the thing is,
well deserved though. I mean,
here's my thing. Psychonauts 2, I don't think is going to win either.
Nope.
I personally wouldn't give it to Psychonauts 2. Here's the thing. Psychonauts 2, I liked its story. But I'll be honest, I liked Ratchet and Clank more. Psychonauts 2, it's
wait a minute.
Because like my thing is with Psychonauts 2, when I played it, I never felt exactly always fully driven towards the story. There was times where I would get confused. There was times where even the ending of the game, I wasn't fully happy about it. It's still a fantastic game. But there's a couple issues that I would say Psychonauts 2 struggles with story. I think it has a phenomenal story.
I think that's its weakest thing is the story.
I think there are a couple little things that hurt them that I wish wouldn't have happened. Like, I feel like the ending could have been a lot better because it felt so abrupt.
Yeah.
But it's also because they're setting up probably for number 3.
Probably, yeah.
So it sucks. You know, cliffhangers, they suck.
Yeah.
But it's just how it is. But like I was saying before, Psychonauts 2, like, I feel like there was even moments when they weren't, where it was just like, where am I? What am I doing this? Like, you know. Yeah. It Takes Two. I don't know anything about Deathloop or Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't think any of them are going to win.
No, I don't think
because so. I think everyone already knows about Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. It should be similar to the movie.
No.
Or is it not actually? No.
It's more
okay. Never mind. Don't listen to me. Deathloop. I have not heard anything when it comes to story about this game.
I honestly will be upset if Deathloop wins. I'll be honest with you. I'll actually be
So
to me, I'm going with It Takes Two.
This leaves me with the last two. It Takes Two is so interesting. And I
think It Takes Two is the perfect story here, in my opinion.
It's just hard because, like, I know Life is Strange is one of those games where everyone claims it's.
I mean, it's like the story. I mean, story-driven games.
Yeah, like even in the trailer for Life is Strange: True Colors, and then the remaster, they said it was like one of because it started from a book, right? Isn't that what they said?
I have no idea.
Something like that.
I'm not a big Life is Strange person.
Yeah, I don't know, but they said it was like one of the highest rated like story-driven type of games, or just stories in general. I'm gonna go off my experience. I'm gonna give it to It Takes Two. I have not played Life is Strange: True Colors, so I feel like I don't have the right to vote for it. And It Takes Two, it had a really interesting. If It Takes Two does not win, I would at least hope it gets second. I think it's second out of all these.
Yeah.
Like, by far.
Yeah. I just cannot believe. Bottom line is, Ratchet and Clank got robbed.
Oh my gosh.
It really
Not
did.
just once, but twice.
Oh my god. I cannot believe Ratchet and Clank is not in here.
We're talking about a different award show, by the way. There was another one where it didn't get it again. And I honestly think it's because people don't like the idea of... I generally think it's because of that, oh, there's another me, but from the future.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, there's another person that's just like me. Like,
yeah.
I get it's used and rehashed a lot, but when it's like, used in such a good way, you gotta respect that.
I know.
Like, when something's rehashed and it's still good, there's a reason it's good.
Yep.
There's a reason, like, that hurts.
It does.
That really hurts. But,
all right, moving on to next one. So this is the second to last one, and this one I have a clear winner. I think it would be a rob if anything but a certain game won this. Best game direction. Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Basically, last year, Jeff Keighley explained this as what game can move the industry forward more? What game took a much needed unique jump and creative creative take on a video game, right? And in my opinion, it's Take-Two. I think out of all these games here, it's the most unique. I think now that people realize how good this game is, more people are going to be doing the co-op type of game. I think out of all these games, It Takes Two is going, in terms of genres for video games and designing for video games, is going to move the industry forward in more ways than any of the other options. I think, honestly, It Takes Two was basically developed for this category, in my opinion.
Dude, I'm so glad to see Hazelight Studio, and I think most nominations that it's nominated for, I think it deserves it.
And in my opinion,
it deserves to be nominated.
Yeah. I honestly, and this is one where I have to say Deathloop is an absolute candidate for this. I think this is absolutely fair. Because the whole, when you die, you, restart over, you're stuck in a time loop.
Oh, yeah.
That is great. I mean, that is also really good. But then you also have Returnal, which is basically the same thing. You're stuck in a time loop. So it's that kind of just cancels them two out, right? And then Psychonauts 2, I mean, look, we already know the amount of creativity it took is really, really good. I would say, honestly, I'm saying this one's third, in my opinion, because I honestly think Ratchet and Clank, in terms of moving the gaming industry forward, I think Ratchet and Clank is very close because it was the first game in the new generation that took advantage of the really fast loading speed of the new consoles. And so I think that was a really good design and game direction for it.
Every time you say these things, John, I change my mind. Originally, I was with Psychonauts 2. Then you said It Takes Two, and you said why you think, and then I realized that's what, It Takes Two really, I'm going to say this, I feel like this is the issue I have with gaming right now. We're going too far away from co-op and multiplayer games.
I agree.
I feel like all of the most popular games are becoming one-player games.
Yep.
And that's not an issue, but we're not getting, those multiplayer, those co-op games, local.
Yep.
And when, I want to be able to have fun with my friends. I want to be able to play stuff that's and, and then you just said Ratchet and Clank ripped apart. They did take
a brand new feature, and they innovated in their own way. It was amazing.
Yeah. So, based off everything you said, and thinking about it for just outstanding creativity and innovation, I'm giving it to It Takes Two.
Yeah.
I
think if it didn't win, it would be robbed. Especially if it was Deathloop and Returnal. I'm not saying that those games don't deserve it either. It's just compared to It Takes Two.
I'm just telling you right now, critics are going to have a hard time with this one.
It's going to be interesting.
You know what terrifies me? For some reason, part of me wants to think that Ratchet and Clank isn't going to win a single thing.
I agree. I was just about to say that. I'm really scared Ratchet and Clank isn't going to win a single award.
It deserves at least one thing.
But that's the problem with it is there's always these games that are nominated for so much and were so good and deserve to be nominated for all these. It's never the best in any category.
Yeah.
It could just never pull out the first place.
What I've realized is Ratchet and Clank, even for what it's been nominated for, there's just so much good competition.
It's so sad because, in my opinion, if it was nominated for Best Narrative, it would win that. It's so sad. The one thing it wasn't nominated for. It's tough.
I would definitely say I like its narrative more than It Takes Two.
Oh yeah, yeah. I agree.
But it's still like with Life is Strange. It's like even looking back at these, like I'm just looking back at these, I feel like it wasn't nominated for as much as I thought.
Nope.
Like especially the big ones.
Yep.
I don't know.
All
like
right.
for some of the other big ones.
Well, time for the last one here though.
All right. Let's get it.
One you've all been waiting for. Game of the Year. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, it's a pretty good one. In my opinion,
all right.
Okay, let's get something out the way first. I don't think Deathloop should be here, nor do I think Deathloop should win.
I think, I mean, if there's one that I think that I wouldn't that shouldn't be here automatically is Resident Evil Village.
I don't think that should be here either.
I don't think Resident Evil Village was bad, but I've seen a lot better.
Yeah.
Especially coming from Capcom.
I honestly...
Because I'll be honest...
Okay. Well...
Resident Evil Village was carried by...
Yes, it was.
Lady Demetrius.
I honestly...
Look, Demetrius.
I'm not saying Resident Evil Village or Deathloop don't deserve it, but yeah. I might even be upset if one of those two win. Because I think all the other four options are miles better.
And I want to say something. Let's freaking go for platformers this year.
Yes.
They went... Oh my gosh. Yeah. Listen, you're talking to the platform platform lover here.
Yeah.
Look at all of they went crazy.
Platformers took over this year.
And good, because we've been missing out on these for so long. And it's not even just Nintendo anymore that's carrying the platform, industry.
Nope.
You've now got Xbox and PlayStation with a god.
Yeah, that's actually something. Every one of the big three got a Game of the Year nomination. Xbox, Sony, and Nintendo. Good. Now here's my biggest issue with this, and I know this is the big topic, but I can't help myself to agree with everyone here. Forza Horizon should be here. And look, I'm not like the biggest Forza fan. I'm not like I haven't put near as much hours as I have a lot of other people into Forza. But when I think of games that define this year, Forza should be here. I don't think it should win. I would actually be upset if it won. But it should definitely be nominated, especially when there's Deathloop and Resident Evil 8 here, which are definitely questionable. It's just unfortunate that people don't take racing games as seriously, because otherwise I think it would absolutely be here.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's just one of those things that, because here's the issue that I feel like people look at racing games, is the whole point of a racing game is to race. And I feel like what people are looking for more is just more of a story.
Yep.
Not to say that these games don't have story, but story is a huge aspect of video games and just anything when it comes to writing. And I personally feel the reason why people don't think racing games ever deserve to be nominated is because they don't have that crazy story to them.
Yep.
And
it's unfortunate. It really is.
It sucks, because video games aren't just about having every aspect.
Look at this. This is what's so upsetting. Read the description. This is the argument everyone's been making with Forza. Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields.
Yeah.
That's just it. It's not the best
story. I want everyone to know when watching this, video games are not just about everything. there have been games that have won that get carried by one particular thing. And it's so much better than all the aspects of a certain game that it can beat it.
I would argue it Takes Two gets carried just because of the type of game it is.
Like, I'm going to say it. Mario. Mario has sometimes some of the most simplistic plots to this day. Still the same thing. Rescue Peach. It's still nominated for so much because it's got fantastic gameplay. Some of the best gameplay you could ever ask for platforming history.
Yep.
It just shows that not everything has to pertain to every part of a video game. It doesn't have to cover every aspect. If it gives you the best experience and it covers an area very well, better than all the rest, I believe it still has a chance and should be eligible to be nominated.
Yep.
Now, my opinion on For Horizon 5 for when it should be nominated, I have no idea. Because when looking into this, it could be that maybe this game it's only been out. It hasn't been out that long. And I know what everyone's going to say. I know what John said.
I think it's like 2 weeks now.
Yeah. And I know what John said, but it could be that. It could be like, that may be one of the reasons they didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And also because even the critics could be the exact same way.
Yep.
I'm not going to put my opinion down on it because I've never played it. But to say a racing game should not be nominated just because it's racing, that's just not fair.
Yeah, it's messed
That's like saying, to me, that's like saying if a game particularly focuses on one particular aspect, it shouldn't be nominated. And it's the problem with racing. And I will admit, racing games aren't usually plot induced. And that's the issue with racing games is they want them to change. And I will admit, a lot of racing games are kind of rehash.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by rehash is it's just racing. Yep. There's not like a huge story involved. And I bet like my whole bank account, if Forza Horizon 5 had a story, like a really good developed story, I bet you no one would be saying what they're saying about it not being Game of the Year.
Yep.
I bet money. I bet my whole bank account.
Oh, yeah.
I bet it all.
Yep. Now, personally, I've already said... Okay, I'll start off by saying I love all 6 of these games. All 6 of these games are fantastic. If I had to rate them, I would give them all 80 or more. But in my personal 6 that I would have liked to see is It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank. But then I would have loved to see Death's Door and Forza Horizon 5. And if it's not Death's Door, Guardians of the Galaxy should also be here, I think.
I would have argued for Kenna.
Kenna is even a good one. Yeah, I would argue Kenna. There's a lot of options. I honestly can't believe they went with Deathloop. Although Deathloop is so weird to me because I don't know why, but I feel like they are simping for Deathloop.
I mean,
for some reason,
it seems as if it's kind of like it's not exactly like The Last of Us Part 2 like loop, and what I mean is not like like I said, Deathloop is not a bad game. I've heard really good things about it.
No, it's a fantastic.
But it's being nominated for everything, like literally everything, and that's a problem.
Yep.
Is when a game doesn't deserve that nomination, we're gonna say it.
Yep. Now, here's the thing.
It seems like they just want them to win something, which is fine. But if you want them to win that badly, put them in a category that is free for them. Yep. Just do it. You know?
Now, here's the thing that scares me, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get to what we think is our game of the year here in a bit. But It Takes Two and Deathloop are not voted for action and adventure game. As we said earlier, the last 4 years, the action and adventure game has won game of the year. If that is still true, It Takes Two and Deathloop are out. They cannot win. Which leaves Resident Evil 8, Metroid Dread, Ratchet and Clank, and Psychonauts 2. So, this is so stressful.
Bro, it's I have my vote.
I think I have my vote too. I think I have my vote. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rank these 6 games 6 to 1. Right? So I'll start off by saying right now, the one I least want to win is Resident Evil 8. Then I would go Deathloop. Then I would go, oh, this is tough. I'm going with...
It's hard, ain't it?
Oh, I mean, I know who I want as number 1 and 2, actually. I don't know which one I'd put above here. I'm going with It Takes Two at number 3. At number 4, sorry. It pains me to say that, but I think Metroid Dread has a bigger chance here, I think.
It hurts, dude.
Then I'm going Metroid Dread, number 3. And here's where it comes down to it. Do I think Ratchet or Clank or Psychonauts 2 deserves to win Game of the Year? And ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you right now. This comes down to what game did I have my personal favorite experience with? Which one would I play again in a heartbeat? Which one will I hold by? It was my game of the year. And ladies and gentlemen, that game is Ratchet and Clank. From the moment I finished the game on my first time to the moment where I finished it 3 times, it's been definitely, in my opinion, and I'm making this bold statement right now, it is my favorite platformer I think I've ever played. The amount of emotion it brought out of me, the amount of joy and thrill it brought out of me, it is my game of the year, 100%. So,
all right,
Austin,
it's my turn. All right,
are you going 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1?
Yep.
All
right, guys. Number 6, Resident Evil Village.
Yeah.
Number 5, Deathloop.
Yep. I know which one's number 4 right here.
Number 4.
I see you internally struggling right now. Oh my goodness.
Metroid Dread.
Yep. Knew it.
I know. That's surprising for any of you that know who I am. I'm a Nintendo simp, and I put it number 4.
Granted, you haven't played it yet yourself.
Oh, yeah. Don't say that. Don't. You just exposed me.
Just because you haven't played any,
I know.
Doesn't mean.
I've seen a bit, and I just think, okay, continue on. Number 3, It Takes Two.
Yep.
John, sometimes I wonder, like, we may not always have the same opinion, but I feel like when it matters the most, I feel like we're always there with each other, because I think it's Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I think the same thing that John does. Me and him played this game together.
We did.
And I have played 3 out of the 3 out of the 6 of these. And I've seen all 6. I've seen all of them. Even if I don't play a game, I watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I personally haven't played Resident Evil 8 myself.
Yeah. Like I wanna make it fair to where, like, if I can't play a game, I at least watch it so I know what it's about.
Yep.
And Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. If there is an award, I want this to win. I absolutely need it to be this one. I think they did absolutely phenomenal. It's crazy to me. Cause like Psychonauts 2, let me talk about all of these great things. I want to talk about, like, so Metroid Dread and Psychonauts 2. It's been years since Psychonauts 1 came out. Metroid Dread was one of the first 2D Metroids in a long time. And I really commend them for that. And honestly, I could see both of those games beating Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart because of that time span. But Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart was so good to every single aspect. Even if it doesn't win some of these awards that it's been nominated for, it may not have the best audio. It may not have, you know, the best
nominated for narrative.
Yeah, like, it may not have the best action adventure. It still was consistent in every single aspect. Nothing about that game to me was bad. I thought it was a perfect 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10.
Yeah.
And I stand by that. I think Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, once again, Insomniac, they killed it again.
Yep. And here's the thing, which is really sad. I don't think Ratchet and Clank will win.
I don't
think it will.
I think people don't see, and that's the thing, is like, I really think the story is interesting. I really do. I think that's the best part of the game.
Yep, I agree.
And since it's not nominated, I feel like everyone's going to instantly not vote for it.
Yep.
And it's sad because before me and John actually, like, fully, like, months ahead, like, before the Game Award nominations, we said this would be Game of the Year without a doubt.
Oh, yeah.
We couldn't see anything else beating it.
Yep.
But just taking into perspective, when you don't nominate them for best narrative, that hurts.
The only way I could see Ratchet and Clank winning is for the pure fact that it is, out of the main 4 that we like, it is cinematic as crap. Usually cinematic games usually take the cake.
It sucks. Like, I'm really upset that it just hasn't been getting nominated for best narrative. I think its narrative is its best thing. I don't care whether or not it's the basic, I'm from this is another person, or just like me, from a different dimension. It was done so perfectly.
So good.
Rivet, she's phenomenal. The character was such a good ad.
Yep.
Like, the voice actor for her played her perfectly. The lines were perfect.
Yep. I personally fell in love with Kit.
I fell in love with Rivet. I'm not a furry. First of all, I had to make that statement. But it's Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart for me.
Yep, it is for me as well.
That's my pick for Game of the Year.
And here's what I would love is if Ratchet and Clank didn't win any of the awards, but then ended up coming out on top in the final moment, I would, dude. I might actually. I would be okay with that. I might actually start crying because
I would be okay. I would be okay with that. I would be perfectly okay with that.
Yup. And here's the thing is I think out of all 60s games, I think it deserves it the most. I think it deserves it the most.
If anything, I will say the one thing that... Okay. So from what I'm seeing, I'll be honest, man. I did not expect It Takes Two to get so many nominations. And I'm not saying that because it's bad. It's amazing. But I'm glad it got nominated for... All of the nominations make sense.
Yep.
They all do.
Yep.
But I want Ratchet and Clank to win something. Yes. And I think this is it.
I think it has the best chance of winning this category right here.
Yeah. I think it's the most... The only other thing...
Game direction.
I would say is game direction or best action adventure. If you're not counting puzzles.
Yep. Action adventure would also be a good one. Was it in best action? It was not. Okay.
No, because that's best action game is like they were just shooters. Best action adventure, it's in.
Yeah, but I think
you know what I think? You know what?
Audio. I mean, audio.
I think Metroid Dread's really gonna take.
Honestly,
Game of the
I'm
Year.
telling you right now. I'm almost 100% positive it's gonna be one of those four. It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts, and Ratchet.
I've heard nothing. Well, the thing is, it's not... based off critics, Metroid Dread is by far, I think you said, the highest rated.
No, that would actually be
Is it not?
Psychonauts. If that's the case.
We'll just have to wait and see.
I think critics are going to probably vote Psychonauts. Fans are going to vote Metroid. I don't know. It's gonna be close.
I still think it's Ratchet and Clank, without a doubt.
I hope it's Ratchet and Clank.
I think I do too.
I want it so bad.
To see Ratchet and Clank not win anything, that hurts.
It's gonna hurt, yeah.
That's PlayStation's like... Did they have any other exclusives this year that were like...
Returnal.
Yeah.
That. I mean, Deathloop is technically a PlayStation exclusive, but it's owned by Xbox, so.
Yeah.
I don't know. But either way, in the end, really, Game Awards. I like Game Awards for the announcements and reveals. Yeah. The awards are just a bonus to me. So even if Ratchet and Clank doesn't win Game of the Year, I'm pretty sure both of us can say Ratchet and Clank was our Game of the Year.
Yeah, and even if it doesn't win anything, I mean, I'm not gonna be like particularly the most upset about it.
Yeah,
I get it.
It would just be really cool if it did.
Some people just look at games differently.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
Everyone has their own way of looking at things. I just hope that all those four games, you know, It Takes Two, Ratchet and Clank, you know, Psychonauts 2.
I think It Takes Two has the best chance of winning at least one.
Yeah, I hope all four of those games get one award.
Yep.
I really hope they at least get one.
I honestly just really hope Deathloop or Resident Evil 8 don't win it. I
mean, the only reason Resident Evil would win is because whatever. Goth mommy.
Yep.
I don't know. That's what everyone says.
Anyway.
And then, yeah. But, yeah, I guess that's it.
That is it. Until next year. We'll do another one of these next year, I guess.
I mean, we got to do a reaction to the Game Awards itself.
Yo, can we oh, well, yeah, of course that. December 9th, tune in live for the Game Awards. We're going to be streaming. Let's go to my most anticipated game real quick. Next year, I could see all 5 of these games being nominated for Game of the Year next year.
No, this already looks like best game of the year already. Like this looks like they're just early prepared.
Yup, and dude, that's the crazy thing. There are so many other games too. I mean, Dying Light 2, for example, that comes out next year.
We don't know how good that could be.
Legends Arceus comes out next year. Oh my gosh. Saints Row comes out next year. Stalker 2 comes out next year. Oh, bro. It's technically Halo Infinite is valid for next year. Oh my.
My head's hurting, bro.
Dude, next year might be the craziest. That might be the most divisive Game Awards ever. Just because of how many games there are. I truly do think, I've told you this, I told Christian this last night, I think 2022 will be the best year of gaming ever. I truly do.
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. But for now, we're going to end this episode here, guys. What a journey. 2 hours, basically.
I mean, that's usual. I wanted it to at least be not more than that.
Yeah. But anyway, thank y'all so much
for
tuning in.
We love talking.
And we will see you at the actual Game Awards.
See ya.
Go Ratchet and Clank. Peace. Bell in Wonderland.